Help us save a family of 10 from homelessness. You have no idea how much your support means to us. Your subscription would honestly change everything. Hitting that subscribe button isn't just a click, it's providing a decent life for them. Imagine living in a place where mosquitoes simply don't exist. A place where you can sleep with your windows wide open, no annoying buzzing, no itchy bites, just pure bliss. Did you know that Iceland was one of the very last spots on Earth living that dream? But wait, how did that dream turn into a total nightmare back in the summer of 2025? What actually shifted in the nature of this icy island that led it to welcome such an unwanted guest for the very first time in history? We're about to dive into all of that on our little expedition together. For centuries, Iceland has stood as a one-of-a-kind exception in the insect world. While the rest of the planet is crawling with over 3,500 different types of mosquitoes, this Arctic island stayed completely mosquito-free. It shared this exclusive status only with Antarctica, making it the ultimate dream destination for anyone looking to escape that annoying, high-pitched buzzing. So what's the secret behind this mysterious absence? Most people think it's just the cold that kept mosquitoes away from Iceland, but the truth is way more complex. The island goes through these super fast weather shifts, freezing and thawing multiple times a year. Usually, mosquitoes lay their eggs in water, and the larvae hatch when things warm up. But in Iceland, the ice would melt and then freeze right back up before the larvae could even finish their life cycle. It's like nature literally set a strict time trap to keep those pests out for good. Beyond the wild temperature swings, mosquitoes in Iceland faced another massive hurdle: the lack of warm, stagnant water they desperately need to breed. Even with all those marshes and ponds around, the unique chemistry of the water and soil created a total no-go zone for mosquito larvae. It's like everything in nature teamed up to protect this island, perfectly ganging up to keep it that one-of-a-kind, mosquito-free paradise. In the summer of 2025, the absolute impossible happened. Iceland hit record-breaking temperatures that were totally off the charts, with people calling it the hottest year in the island's entire history. And with the Arctic heating up at over twice the global average, that climate equation that had been keeping Iceland safe started to shift, slowly but surely. On the evening of October 16, 2025, Bjorn Halterson, a total insect-collecting hobbyist, was setting up wine-scented red traps in a garden out in the Chaos area. Suddenly, this weird-looking fly caught his eye. He realized right away what it could be, so he bagged it and sent it off to the Icelandic Institute of Natural History. That moment marked the very first time in history that a living, wild mosquito was officially spotted on Icelandic soil. When those samples finally hit the lab, entomologist Matthias Alfredsson checked them out with super precision. The results? Totally shocking. We're talking about 3 Culiceta annulata mosquitoes, 2 females and 1 male. This specific type is known for being super tough in the cold, usually hanging out across Europe, North Africa, and Asia. It had literally never been spotted in the wild in Iceland before, except for one lone traveler found inside a plane at Reykjavik airport years back, but that one just ended up going missing. The big question on everyone's mind right now: how exactly did these mosquitoes make it to Iceland? Scientists are betting they arrived as accidental stowaways, hitching a ride through global cargo shipments, ships, or containers. With trade and tourism absolutely booming, insects are catching flights and rides to places they never could have reached before. And look, while mosquitoes have popped up on planes in the past, this time is totally different. It's the very first time they've been found actually living and thriving out there in the wild. The Culiceta annulata isn't your average mosquito. This thing is basically a survival expert when it comes to the cold. During the winter, these adults hide out in super sheltered spots like basements and barns. They're totally built for freezing climates, handling harsh winters where the temps drop way below zero. That specific trait makes them a major contender to stick around in Iceland for the long haul. As scientist Alfredsson put it, it's actually super likely that these mosquitoes are here to stay. The good news is that this type of mosquito isn't really a carrier for the diseases we usually worry about around here. It's honestly more of an annoying pest than a major health threat. Because these insects are adapted to the cold, their development is way slower, their active season is super short, and most tropical diseases just can't finish their life cycles before the weather turns freezing again. But scientists are still sounding the alarm. They're worried that this one species arriving could totally open the door for other, much more dangerous types to move in. Scientists are seeing the appearance of mosquitoes in Iceland as way more than just a random event. It's a major early warning for some deep environmental shifts. The Arctic is going through these super fast changes, and let's be real, insects moving into an ecosystem that's totally not used to them doesn't just happen without a ripple effect. In other polar regions, studies have shown that these bugs can actually trigger massive behavioral changes in local wildlife, meaning the fallout from this could reach way further than we ever imagined. Imagine you're a reindeer just trying to graze in peace, and suddenly you're swarmed by a literal cloud of buzzing mosquitoes. Studies in other polar regions have shown that reindeer are forced to cut back their grazing time just to dodge these pests. This means they're burning way more energy running around and trying to escape, which eventually leads to major weight loss and a real dip in reproduction rates. These changes might seem small on the surface, but they totally stack up over time, really messing with the long-term stability of the whole population. It's not just the animals that are going to take a hit from these mosquitoes, the plants are definitely feeling the pressure too. Certain types of insects can actually end up devouring massive amounts of foliage, leading to a real decline in vegetation and totally throwing off the carbon cycle. Even though these insects are tiny, they play such a huge role in the ecosystem, and shifting the mix of species like this could set off a crazy chain reaction that affects every other living thing out there. That is the million-dollar question keeping scientists up at night. Honestly, we're all waiting to see what happens as the seasons shift. Right now, experts say we need constant monitoring throughout the spring and summer to know if these little invaders are actually setting up shop, or if they were just one-time visitors. Finding those 3 individuals definitely doesn't mean we have a full-blown year-round population yet. But, with global temperatures just creeping higher and summers getting longer and toastier than ever, let's just say the odds for these bugs are looking better than they ever have in history. What went down in Iceland is a major reminder that our planet is this super complex, interconnected system where even the tiniest change can trigger totally unexpected shifts. The fact that mosquitoes showed up on an island that had been locked down against them for centuries really shows how climate change is straight up redrawing the map for all living things, even in the most isolated corners of the world. With the Arctic heating up at such a crazy fast pace, what happened in Iceland might just be the start of a whole chain of environmental changes we're going to see in the near future.